We could be happy here together. The both of us, forever.
It's
I
locked.
need you to go back to
Why
sleep,
on earth would they
Zoe.
lock a hospital room?
Now,
That feels
before it's too
unsafe.
late. Before... Look
Someone
what
will be
you've
with you
done.
shortly.
Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just leave things be? We could be
Locked.
happy here together.
All that beach and
The both
sunshine,
of
and
us,
I'm good
forever.
old wonkers.
I need you
For as
to go
long
back
as I
to
can remember,
sleep,
he's
Zoe.
been there for me.
Now,
Like a surrogate. Something's wrong. This place, and you. You're all wrong. You're not you.
that doesn't make any sense, Zoe. Of course I'm me. I've always been me. Wonkers, your old friend. Your best friend in the whole world.
You look the same, but you don't act the same, and you don't sound the same. It's like someone put you together from memory, but they didn't get the details right. They didn't know you like I know you, and they probably figured it wouldn't matter. That's what's wrong with this whole place. It's made of memories, and some of them are not right. Europolis, Arcadia. I wasn't dreaming. They were real. This is the dream, or a dream made physical. By me. I made this, and I can see through it.
But I'm real, Zoe? Aren't I?
Of course you are, Wonkers. Of course you're real.
Are you sure you don't want to play a game? We haven't played a game in so long.
I'm sorry, Wonkers.
Okay, then. Promise to wake me up later?
I promise.
Nighty-night.
I'll miss you too, buddy. What's this? Is this a one-way window? Have they been observing me? Fuck.
Bib, stop that. It's not a toy. You could kill someone. Someone you don't want to kill.
Send for a healer, you cretins! My legs are broken!
What do we do with her?
I haven't decided yet. We have enough on Sister Alessandra to hold a summary court-martial and execute her. Or we send her to Sadir to stand trial. She'll face death. Or worse, a solitary life sentence in the black hole. To be honest, I think that decision should be yours.
Our people must know the truth. Alessandra needs to stand trial for what she's done in Sadir. She must stand trial, but we don't know what's happening in Sadir. Someone may want to protect her, and we can't bring her with us to Mercuria. She's murdered thousands, and she believes she's righteous. Nothing will be gained from sparing her life. She must stand trial, but we don't know what's happening in Sadir. Someone may want to protect her, and we can't bring her with us to Mercuria. What if we leave her here?
Leave her? Do you think that's a good idea, Kian?
Her crimes are against magicals. Let them decide what to do with her.
I can't imagine they'll show her any mercy. Oh, very well, Kian. We'll leave Sister Alessandra in the hands of her prisoners. May the goddess have mercy on her soul.
Let me go, you fools. You're doing the shadows' work. Goddess, help me. Oh, it hurts.
What now, Kian?
We go back, and we end this. Can I count on your help?
You can. When I followed you here, I had no idea. I had my suspicions. I don't trust Vamon and Saya. They've been lying to us, and they're planning something. But I was blinded by faith and my trust in the Council. I followed you so that I could arrest you, kill you, if necessary, to have my eyes opened this way. A veil's been lifted, all thanks to you, and the Dolmari, of course. Your man Liko. I failed you. I failed our nation. And I'm sorry for that, Kian, for distrusting you. I should have known better.
I'm disappointed in him. He should know me better than to think I would knowingly betray my people. But I won't confront him about it until after the war is won. Our friendship may never be the same, but we need to put this behind us and move on. He should have known better than to brand me a traitor. But I understand why he made that mistake. I gave you reason to doubt me.
I'm not so sure about that, Kian. I acted rashly and...
General, Harmy, I forgive you. There's one thing I must know. Who told you that Liko and I had gone to Gien?
Mother Utana. Don't ask me how she knew. She has her sources. She urged me to follow you.
She wanted you to see this with your own eyes.
Perhaps so, but how would she know what I'd find here?
She trusted me.
Yes, although, if she already knew the truth, why did she say nothing? Wouldn't it have been better to keep me in Mercuria and arrest Vamon and Saya?
I'm sure she had her reasons, Harmy. Is your cloud ship ready to bring us back?
The fastest ship in the fleet. We'll be there in less than 3 days.
Enough time to lay plans along the way. I need your most trusted men to fight alongside the rebels against Vamon's troops.
They will. There are fewer of us than there are of them, but we have the light on our side. We'll follow your command, Kian. To the first mountain, if it be so. What about the Dolmari? Liko?
He's speaking to the prisoners. He'll accompany us. I'll send for him. Liko will expect his people to be brought back to Mercuria, or given free passage to wherever they want to go.
I give you my word, as soon as the conflict has been resolved.
We'll have to leave young Bip with his parents, or I'm sure he'll try to sneak on board our ship. Bip, time to go.
Everything's ready for the ceremony, Your Excellency. The engineers have informed me that the engine is ready. Whenever you wish to begin.
My men have been posted around the city, ready to handle any unrest. Though I don't expect any. This being Reap Moon's Eve, most of the peasants will be too drunk to pay attention.
Is there anything else you need, Prophet?
You've done all I've asked. With the General away, there will be fewer distractions to worry about. The Office of Scientific Progress has proven itself a loyal servant to the Goddess. The support in Sadir has been unwavering. I am pleased with your work.
Thank you, Prophet. We live to serve the Goddess.
Where is the First?
In her room, praying for the success of our mission. She did not want to overshadow this ceremony with her presence. Her humility makes her a worthy one of the Six.
You deserve all the glory tonight, sister. You, and the Commander, of course. When I activate the engine, a new era will begin. We will shape this world according to the wishes of the Goddess. Magic will finally be eradicated. The transition may cause fear and unrest for a time, but I trust you to handle this with authority and efficiency.
Of course.
I must prepare. When I am ready, I'll send word to you. You will have the privilege of telling the people of this city they're witnessing the birth of a new era.
Hami has returned. With Kian. He's joined the Resistance.
What? Who told you this?
They've been trying to recruit my men. Some have turned, though most have not.
Why didn't you inform the Prophet?
And have him cast us from the top of the tower. We'll handle this. The Prophet will never know.
Mother Utana and the First, they can't know either. They might interfere.
You take care of them. I will take care of the Resistance and Hami. Once and for all. Soon it won't even matter. Tonight, once the engine is active.
We take control, yes, I know. I just... We didn't need this. Not when we're so close, after all that
Don't worry yourself, sire. Proceed as planned.
Yes. Yes.
Long ago, when I was a boy, exploring the mountains close to my village, I met an old Dolmari man, herding his stone goats. Our two people were officially at war, but there were still Dolmari tribes near our village and some trade between humans and magicals. The old man spoke with kindness, fed me dried fruits and goat's milk, and told me I had magic in me, just like his grandchildren. When I returned home and told my mother, she commanded me to never speak a word of this to my father. And then she leaned in and whispered something in my ear I'll always remember. Magic, she said, is a part of everything. Magic is in the wind and rain, the stones and the ocean. It's in me, my mother said. And it's in you. Your heart, your mind, your blood. We've been at war with magic for most of my life. But I've never forgot my mother's whispered words. And I've always felt it in me. Felt that magic's a part of me. For decades, I've fought it, denied it, rejected it. Tonight, that fight ends, and another begins. This is no longer a war between humans and magicals. This is a battle for the very soul of our world. If you will have me, if you accept us, we stand with you all. We fight at your side.
Tonight, we put aside our differences, our history, our grievances, and we stand united as one. Humans and magicals, Azadi and Northlanders. We are all Arcadians. Our eyes have been opened to the truth of what's being done to magicals. The Prophet has deceived the Azadi people. The engine is a weapon aimed at us all. We don't yet know what this ceremony will bring, but if we don't act tonight, in the face of death, we shall live to regret it tomorrow. General Hami will lead sorties against Vamon's men, force their surrender, and push through to the commander and Sister Saya. Those who refuse to lay down their arms, we fight. As hard as it will be to strike at your own brothers, there's no other choice. Your goal is to apprehend Saya and Vamon, alive if possible, dead if necessary. You'll take your commands from the General. Any misgivings you may have must be put to rest now. I trust Hami with my life. And tonight, so shall you. The engine must be destroyed. We don't know what it's truly for or how it works, but the Prophet means to reshape the world using its powers. This isn't magic. It's something darker than sorcery. Something older and infinitely more dangerous. Let's stop it. Let's stop them all from destroying our world, from destroying magic. Let's do this in the memory of our absent comrades. Shepard, Bob who can see, there's been enough death. Come back alive. You've received your assignments. Prepare to move out. And when this night is over, let's all return here to watch the sun rise on a new Mercuria.
You know what to do, Kian?
Ferdows will shut down the engine from the control room near the green. In order to do that, he needs me inside the tower.
You'll go alone?
I've been inside before. It will be easier on my own. Anna and Enu will escort Ferdows and keep him safe.
I wish we could fight side by side tonight, but your task is more important. And more perilous.
You'll have the Resistance by your side.
I couldn't ask for better company. My men won't flinch from their duty. When they learned what was being done to the non-humans, and what the camps were for. I wish there was time to spread the truth further. But instead, we're forced to fight our own. We can only hope that most choose to surrender, rather than remain loyal to Vamon.
I'm sure they will, once they find themselves facing you. Civil war is a terrible thing, Harmy. Most men shy from it. I don't envy you your task tonight.
We do what we must. Goddess protect you, Kian. If all goes well, we'll talk again soon.
We shall. I'm proud of them. After the raid on the Enclave, I wouldn't have blamed them for giving up. But here they are, ready to finish the fight. Harmy's men stand with us, but too many are still loyal to Vamon. It'll be brother against brother tonight. I'll pray for them, every single one of them. He's been hard on himself for going with me to Gien, and maybe he could have saved Shepard. But chances are, Nico would have died in the attack. We fight different fights tonight, Nico and I. I'll miss his company. Yes, it's a surprise to me too. He's been hard on himself for going with me to Gien. And maybe he could have saved Shepard. But chances are,
That was a
Nico
good
would have died
speech.
in the attack.
They will follow you to their deaths if necessary.
I hope that won't be needed. It's enough to know that we stand united. It's what we've been fighting for. And I no longer have to feel torn between two worlds. All right. Everyone looks ready. Let's do this. For Shepard.
For Shepard. For Bob who can see. For all who were lost.
If Naane hadn't been around to heal Enu, I don't want to think about what might have happened. She was seriously hurt in the raid on the Enclave, but I can't tell. Naane did a good job, and Enu is tough. I'm glad Enu's with us tonight. We need her. Ulvik's put everything on the line for us, and he'll lose it all if we lose the fight. He's been an invaluable ally. I owe him so much. I hope I can repay him someday. Ulvik's put everything on the line for us, and he'll lose it all if we lose the fight. So much is on that man's shoulders tonight. I hope they're stronger than they look. Those shoulders don't look very strong. It's a good thing Harmy had Ferdows hidden in a safe place, away from Vamon and Saya. Without him, we wouldn't have much of a plan tonight. Ferdows will help us shut down the engine. If we accomplish that, then half the battle is won. So much is on that man's shoulders tonight. I hope they're stronger than they look.
That was a really good speech.
Those
I'm sure
shoulders
someone's
don't
going to
look
put that
very
into play
strong.
someday. You know, one of those stirring, heroic monologues before the final act, before everyone dies. I'm not saying everyone's going to die, I'm just saying Shepard, she would have approved.
I hope so.
Oh, she would. She knew you'd step up and take over one day. And she cared for you. As, you know, a friend. I don't think Shepard would. I mean, you and her? With you, you know, and her, you know, major compatibility issues.
When this is over, we'll honor her memory.
I'm sure Shepard would care more about us seeing this through than being memorialized. She stayed behind when her people left the Northlands to give us Magicals a chance of winning, of surviving. That is all that mattered to her.
Tonight's for Shepard, then. For Bob who can see. For all who were lost.
And for those of us still alive. Let's not forget those of us still alive.
For all of us.
Yeah. I'm really scared. I mean, I wouldn't tell anyone else, but I really am. I do not want to die. I know I keep telling people I'm ready to die, but...
I know. And I can't tell you that won't happen. Because it might.
Great. Good to know. Very comforting. If I do die, then at least I died for something. Right? Something important. My life had meaning. That's something, right? Right. Well, good luck, Kian. What is it you people say? I hope your goddess smiles on you. And to be honest, on me as well. I mean, she's not my goddess, but I'd still appreciate a smile, or just the tiniest smirk. Maybe a wink? Basically, any kind of acknowledgement will do. I want to be in good standing with all gods, goddesses, and non-gendered deities tonight. Oh. You should talk to Anna. She's itching to head out as soon as you give the word. I'll do my best to help her and Firdaus do whatever they need to do.
It's a good thing Harmy had Firdaus hidden in a safe place, away from Vermon and Saya.
I'll join Enique's team going into
Without
Coldstone.
him, we wouldn't have much
If we can free the
of a plan
imprisoned
tonight.
rebels, we'll improve our chances. And if Benry May's still alive, I want to bring her home. I'll see you in the morning, Kian. I'll prepare the mother of all breakfast to celebrate our victory. And the ale's on me. At least the first round.
If we'd known what they were doing to the Magicals, we would have refused to take orders from Commander Vermon. They've shamed the Empire, him and Sister Saya. We'll gladly fight alongside the Resistance in order to right the wrongs that have been committed here, Apostle. I harbour no ill will towards them, neither human nor non-human. Light be with you, Apostle, and Goddess help those who walk with the Shadow tonight.
I'm sorry I ever doubted you. What you did for those poor prisoners on Guyenne. I'll follow you into the fires of the Seven Hells if you ask me to. After the massacre in the Enclave, I wanted to lay down my sword, leave Marcuria, but not anymore. Now I know what we're fighting for. Thanks for giving us one last chance at victory, Alvani. Whether we live or die tonight, we do it with honor, and we do it for a reason.
I stand with you, Kian, and I'm not the only one. Look around. These men and women would all lay down their lives for you. If you trust the Azadi general and his men, so shall we. I'll follow him into battle and fight alongside the Azadi. Best of luck tonight, Kian. We'll see each other in the morning, and we'll celebrate our victory with ale. Lots and lots of ale.
We haven't had a chance to speak since that night I left for Guyenne. It's been awkward. Elena. I didn't recognize her. I wouldn't have if she hadn't told me. So many years ago. All these years she's been looking for me, and now I've let her down. How can I fix that? We haven't had a chance to speak since that night I left for Guyenne. Anna. Elena, we haven't...
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not...
talked, and... Sorry, what were you saying?
Nothing. Don't worry about it, Kian. Really. I'm glad you're back and in one piece. We have a job to do. We can talk after.
Good, yes. After. We really should.
Anu and I will escort Firdaus to the engine house in the green. We'll watch over him while he does whatever it is that he needs to do.
Kian, are you sure we can trust him?
Do we have a choice? Yes, I believe we can.
Okay. He'll be ready when you found your way into the tower.
Something Hami said. Utana learned of my trip to Gien from a trusted source. I wonder whether she is Utana's trusted source or not. It doesn't matter now. We have other concerns. Thank you.
That's it. Thank you. We might never see each other again, and...
I can't give her everything she's hoping for, but I can at least say something to make her feel better. Words can never bridge the gap between us. I can't give her what she desires most, but I can still grant her a kiss. Words can never bridge...
Anyway, I guess this is it.
Elena, I'm...
Are we leaving soon? Because if we wait much longer, I'm afraid I'll just curl up into a ball and be of no use to anyone.
The streets are crowded with revelers, and the Azadi are staying out their way. There's no better time. This whole reaping thing is giving them the willies. It's way too pagan for our pious occupiers.
I'll find a way into the heart of the tower.
And we'll stand by and wait for you to contact us.
You still believe you can shut the engine down remotely, Firdaus?
With your help? Unless they've disconnected the pipes. Yes, I believe so. I know they're still waiting on the final calculations to be sent to the tower, so if we hurry...
Then let's not waste any more time.
Just get inside the tower and find the engine and contact us via the speaking tube. I'll walk you through the steps needed for me to take control, and then I'll force the engine to crash.
Crash?
Crash! Wait, what's happening now? Why are we all saying crash? Has there been an accident?
If we feed it the wrong instructions, the engine will stop working. Like a cloud ship that, crashes into a mountainside. It's complicated, but really quite easy.
We'll have to take your word for it.
I've worked on the engine for years. I know how it operates.
Are you guys ready? I am so ready. I mean, not really, because I have no idea what we're doing, but I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Not that I feel ready. I prefer fighting an enemy I can see, and I don't understand what this engine is, or how Firdaus plans to stop it, or what it's doing, but... So how about it, guys?
Let's go. Be safe, Kian. If you die, I'll be very cross with you.
Reap Moon's Eve must be very important to Mercurians if they're willing to make such fools of themselves. Everyone's drunk, uninhibited, agitated. This could go very wrong, very quickly. Reap Moon's Eve must be very important to Mercurians if they're willing to make such fools of themselves. Goddess. The Reap Moon appears to turn man into beast. They've lost all vestiges of self-control. It's painful to watch. Disgraceful. I don't envy them their guard duty tonight. I don't think they're enjoying the festival much. They've been told to keep vigilant, but to not interfere with the festivities.
They'll burn the city to the
Should rather be in
ground.
their barracks.
Goddess damn.
I don't envy them their guard duty tonight.
Move along.
I don't think they're enjoying
Move
the festival
along.
much.
Happy Reap Moon's Eve. Go on, please. Not tonight.
Who's up for dancing? Come on, let's dance. Burn the city to the ground.
They're lining up for the ceremony in Tower Square. They must be curious. If they're willing to stand in line on Reap Moon's Eve for burning celebrations, everyone wants to witness the ceremony. Or perhaps there's free wine and food. They're lining up for the ceremony in Tower Square. And it's precarious. The guards are checking everyone going through the benefactor's gate to the ceremony in Tower Square. They must be worried about the resistance sabotaging the event. They're right to worry. The guards are checking everyone going through the benefactor's gate to the ceremony in Tower Square.
If you run out of wine before we get there, when's the ceremony starting?
The Wicker Witch is always burned on Reap Moon's Eve. Why? I have no idea. And I'm not sure anyone knows. It's an ancient tradition. If they're willing to stand in line, and hatred of magic and magicals goes back much, much further than our people's arrival in the Northlands. There's always been a divide and racial violence. I wonder if the Wicker Witch was ever real, or just a physical manifestation of people's innate fear of witchcraft and sorcery. They've been told to keep vigilant, but to not interfere with the festivities. I'm sure they'd rather be in their barracks.
Move along. Move along. Happy Reap Moon's Eve. Go on, please. Not tonight.
I envy those who can shut their doors at night and find peace inside. But that's why we fight. If burning Wicker Witches makes people feel safer, then so be it. I won't stand in their way, as long as they keep to burning straw puppets. All this burning is sure to end in disaster at some point. If burning Wicker Witches makes people feel safer, then so be it. I won't stand in their way, as long as they keep to burning straw puppets. A pumpkin, an odd vegetable, native to the Northlands. We have nothing like it in Azadir.
Gather round, friends, gather round. A most joyful Reap Moon's Eve to you all. Witness. A magical abomination has appeared among us on this holiest of holy nights. It's an affront to decency and humanity. A foul, feathered, chattering... fowl!
Okay, joke's on me. Open this cage right now.
It speaks with the voice of the great necromancer.
The voice of the what now?
Hold your breath, feathered servant of the shadow. Keep your obscene beak shut.
Can't argue with the obscene beak bit, but I'm not liking this whole bonfire thing you've got going on. I smell charred feathers.
Soon the grand ceremony begins, and the great engine ushers in a new age of reason, logic, and humanity. And an end to sorcery. We cannot let this foul heresy poison the night with its squawks and feathery filth. This false fowl mocked me once before and caused a fellow follower, a fair friend of the cause, great physical pain and discomfort. The man may never be able to drink without dribbling again, all because of this freak of nature. I, Honor Hilaris, candidate and faithful servant of humanity, will personally light the bonfire to rid Mercuria of this final remnant of diseased magic, honoring our ancient human traditions and...
You gibbering coward. When are you gonna shut up and just go away? People are sick and tired of your racist tirades. If anyone here should be burned on that bonfire, it's you. Killing that poor bird is the complete opposite of what the reaping's all about. How dare you claim to represent humanity when there's nothing human about you at all?
Hear, hear!
And you! You're supposed to be keeping the peace, aren't you? When were you planning to put a stop to this? Are you just gonna let that madman burn birds and incite violence in the city you've sworn to protect?
We do not intervene in local tradition, madam.
Oh, do intervene. No one here would mind it one bit, I'm sure.
Local tradition? Local tradition? This farce has absolutely nothing to do with local tradition. We don't burn poor defenseless animals in bonfires on Reap Moon's Eve.
Well, it's not an animal, is it?
What?
I mean, it's magical. It's a talking bird. Not an animal, per se.
Technically, the man is not wrong. I'll give him that.
Of course, it's an animal.
Magical or not, it's a living creature, and you should put a stop to this right now.
Yeah, what she said.
Sorry, madam, but unless an actual human is being harmed, we cannot intervene.
Ruddy coward. That goes for the lot of you, especially that pig. Cowards!
He should get involved.
Hello?
That's what they're here for.
Help me!
But there's no sympathy for magical creatures.
That we should be protecting magical.
There's
Over
a bird
here.
in that
Protecting
cage.
humanity against
Caged
magical.
bird. In a bird's cage. What's that poor bird doing on the tire? Animal murder has nothing to do with the reading.
Eyes on the
bird
bird.
in that cage.
Up here.
A caged bird. What do you want, bird? I don't have time for...
I know you. I've seen engravings. You're Keon.
Keep your voice down. Where did you see those engravings?
I spent some time in Sadir. I'm Crow, friend of April Ryan and Zoe Castillo.
You were a friend of April.
Friend, partner, sidekick. I came back to Marcuria to find you, believe it or not. And since you're the reason I'm in this predicament, you have to help me. And quickly, because soon, if things go the way they appear to be going, I'll be very, very hot.
I'm sorry, Bird, but I need to find a way into the tower, and time is running...
The tower? The Azadi Tower? Big, white, cloud-piercing edifice? I know a way into the tower. A secret way. Get me out of this death trap, and I'll get you inside the tower, I swear on my hatchling nest.
If you're lying, I'll snap your scrawny neck.
Cross my beak and hope to die, which is a distinct possibility. Quickly now, that madman won't orate forever.
The only way to rid the world of magic is to burn it. To burn
Apparently, the reaping is the right time for pumpkins, and they're an important part of the celebrations. Dragon's fire. They've even put a little fireball on the bottle. I'm not sure if that's an invitation or a warning.
It's Reap Moon's Eve, sir, and you appear to be uninebriated. For shame! Public intoxication is practically mandatory this evening. You're in luck, sir. Most stalls have shut down for the evening, but we're open and will remain open until the very last bottle has been sold. Which, from my experience, won't be too long now. The discriminating Northlander knows we're a notch above the rest. No Southlands imports here, sir. These bottles are tapped in the Northlands with wine from the tart purple grape of...
I'm sure your wine is more than adequate, merchant.
Oh. Very well. What can I get you tonight, most sober of sirs? Perhaps you want to sample a bottle before you buy?
I'll need more than a thimbleful. A bottle will serve me better. I'm buying.
Which wine, sir? Oh, that's no ordinary wine. That, good sir, is a bottle of Dragon's Fire. Fermented using the finest hand-picked bottles in our collection, fortified with honey and
What's
malt.
the price?
You don't want some proper background before you...
How much?
125 silver coins, sir.
What? No. I don't have that kind of coin.
Well, it's between my stock and sobriety at this hour. That choice ought to make itself. Hello again. Changed your mind, sir? Do you perhaps want a little sampler?
I'm not a small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir? Interesting. You want to sample the Dragon's Fire, our most potent wine, capable of reducing seasoned warriors to tears and bashful maidens to...
I want to taste it now.
As you please, sir. There you go, sir. Give that a smell, a swirl, and a sip.
Even this amount can probably kill a grown man. That was barely 2 drops. I'll need a lot more for this to have any effect.
remnants of magic in our fair city.
I don't think they're here to hear him speak. They're just drawn to spectacle
As
like
we all
moths
know,
to,
I'm running
well,
for office in the
to
City
fire.
Watch, where I can
The crowd's
personally
fired up. They're hoping
supervise
for a
the
show.
hunt for non-humans
Maybe
and
I
magic
can
in
provide them with
Mercuria.
one.
When I'm elected, there
Man
shall
again.
be
When
nightly
will he
burnings.
ever shut up? He's a despicable little worm, afraid of his own shadow. The world
This
will be a better
bird
place
is only
without
the meager
honor,
beginnings of
Hilarious.
our crusade. We've come to witness the burning of the necromancer's minion, have you? And there's always room for one more witness. So now, I shall put my torch to this pyre, and we shall watch the bird burn, along with this pagan symbol of witchcraft and wizardry, the Wicker Witch of the North.
The Merry Minstrom. Plenty of bitter beer for Reapmoon's Eve. From the state of the revelers, I can't imagine there's much left in those barrels. Marcuria's most popular beer, strangely enough. The Merry Minstrom. Plenty of bitter beer for Reapmoon's Eve. From the state of the revelers, I can't imagine there's much left in those barrels. Filthy as sin, all of them. They reek of foul spirits and human sick. Welcome to Reapmoon's Eve. Empty flagons. Empty, filthy flagons. Filthy as sin, all of them. Which one's least filthy? Nope, they're all filthy. I feel unclean. Empty. Not surprising.
Destroys the contagion. The fire brings the light of goodness to us all, and we shall embrace it.
Can't stay away, can you, sir? Buy or sample?
I'm not some bub. A small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir? Interesting. You want to sample the Dragon's Fire, our most potent wine, capable of reducing seasoned warriors to tears and bashful maidens to...
I want to taste it now.
As you please, sir. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5... 8... 9... 10... Odd. I don't remember the tasting cup being quite so expansive.
Sorcery and harbour non-humans. No more. That ends tonight with cleansing fire.
This should be enough. Sounds like Hilarious is about to wrap up his mad ramblings. I'll just have to wait and watch.
I shall put my torch to this pyre, and we shall watch the... But enough talk! This bewinged demon, this symbol of sorcery, this affront to humanity, must burn.
Must he? Must is a very strong word. I'm not sure it's a word I use to...
Burn, you transmogrified necromancer! Burn!
Oh boy, here we go.
God save me! God save me! Help me!
You lot, break it up. Nothing to see here. We need to get him to a healer, now! God has protect us. He'll be lucky to survive the night. Right, party's over. Go on, all of you. Go home. Be with your families.
Good job. And now, get me off this blazing bonfire! I can still see flames.
I need
The
something
flames are
long
getting
enough to reach the
closer.
cage.
You may want to... Talk about cutting things close. I smell of singed plumage and smoke.
So, were you lying to me about that secret entrance to the tower?
No, I would never. Well, I totally would. That would be just like me, lying to save my tail feathers. But I was actually telling the truth. I do know a way into the tower. From below. No? Not making much of an impression on you. Okay, then. Follow me, big guy, and I'll lead you through the darkness into the light. The light, in this case, being the tower. More specifically, that weird pillar of dreamy light rising into the center of the tower with all the rotating metal bits.
You mean the engine?
Is that what they call it? The weird thing with the gears and the levers and the metal whatsits? Then yes, the engine. What, you don't want to go there?
Lead the way, Bird. And fast.
Crow. And I'm useful again.
Imbeciles? Amateurs? Don't they know who they're dealing with? Don't they know who I... Finally. What took you so long? I've been in here for days.
You fool. How did you manage to get yourself locked up?
Some people don't appreciate art.
Come. You need to prepare the engine for the ritual.
Yes, Master. About bloody time.
Home sweet home. I'm sure you remember this place. I mean, you raided it and arrested everyone and directly contributed to closing it down for good. Remember?
Yes, Bird, I remember.
Good. Yeah, it's a far cry from how it looked back in those happy days. But I've nested here, it's not bad. Also, it's Crow. My name is Crow.
What does this place have to do with the tower?
Okay, right. So, there's a secret passage leading from the cellar into a ruined subterranean city below Marcuria. Both April and Zoe used it. I've been through there a few times myself. Purely for research purposes, of course. Not to look for treasure.
Where's the cellar?
Behind the bar and to the right.